Hi everybody, how's it going? MAW0001 here with my review for comics that have come out on the 18th of January 2012. And I've got to say, this week, Marvel has just completely blown DC out of the water with the comics they brought out this week. I could only find two DC comics that were actually worth getting. Um, I don't know what's happened with DC at the moment. I think they've actually stalled this week with their comics. As always with these videos, the opinions on this video are my own. Please make sure that when you go out and you buy the comics, you enjoy them. And the top 10 comics for this week, as far as I'm concerned anyway, starts off with Lord of the Jungle from Dynamite. This is a really interesting comic. I picked it up mainly because it was $1. You know, can't complain really for that price for the first issue. And yeah, I really enjoyed reading it. I mean, we all know this is basically Tarzan, but they can't say that because I think Disney owns the copyright name for Tarzan or something like that. But this is really good. If you've got the money to spend on this, it's only $1. Really nice artwork in there. It's really an origin issue for the Tarzan character that they're not allowed to call Tarzan, and yeah, definitely worth picking up. If the rest of the series is anything like this one, then definitely worth getting. Next up, we have Uncanny X-Force, and I'll have to admit, I haven't been following this. I've only just been picking it up just recently, and I've picked up some back issues for the, was it Dark Archangel cross? Sorry, Dark Archangel story arc. That's what I was looking for. And this seems to continue on from there. The Uncanny X-Force is still in the Age of Apocalypse dimension. And also there's Captain Britain as well, who's in there. So you know there's going to be some dimensional fun if he's there. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Uncanny X-Force. It's really good fun. And next we have Avenging Spider-Man. And that's number 3. Still also featuring the Red Hulk. And I'm enjoying this series of Avenging Spider-Man. It's really fun. It's got really nice artwork in it. The story is really good. How Spider-Man defeats the leader of the Uber Trolls, for want of a better word, is just absolutely hilarious. And you know, it's a really good fun read. If you haven't picked up Avenging Spider-Man yet, I think you should do, because it is what all comics should be, and that's fun. Like I always say in all these review videos, it's fun. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the next issue, which is featuring Hawkeye, from what I can see. Right, next up we have Batman, number 5. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold. And yeah, not really that impressed. I wasn't impressed by this issue of Batman. It made it into the top 5 purely because even though I wasn't impressed by it, it was still a good read, if that makes any sense. I found myself in it. It seems that Batman has been drugged and he is basically losing his mind in this maze. Hopefully this isn't going to spoil it for people. Maybe I should have said spoiler before I said this, but it does give you the feeling of disassociation with reality in this comic that you would probably expect from being drugged. I was actually didn't have a clue what was going on in this story, but yeah, not as good as it has been. Next up we have Thunderbolts, number 168. And again, this is one of those comics that I'm really enjoying from Marvel. This one, the Thunderbolts are going backwards in time. At the moment, they are in Arthurian, in the Arthurian period, where the original Black Knight was. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to see where they end up. I mean, the way they're going at the moment, they're going to end up at the beginning of time. So, but yeah, it's a really, really fun story. The artwork in that and the designs for the characters as they're going back in time are really good. Absolutely brilliant. Definitely worth a look, Thunderbolts. Next we have Blue Beetle #5, and again, a really good book. I haven't been this impressed with a comic book like this for a long time. It's not fantastic, it's not great, but it is a fun read. And I know I've said this before, but I actually do think that this could be the 21st century answers to Spider-Man, Blue Beetle. You've got the teenage angst in it, you've got the person who's just got superpowers and doesn't know how to use them properly. And yeah, this is a really interesting comic. Definitely worth picking up. Next we have Superior #7, and this is unfortunately the final issue in the miniseries. It's been a brilliant ride reading this comic. Mark Miller has just outdone himself on this miniseries, I think. This is 10 times better than Kick-Ass, and I think the way they ended it was really good, really funny. Brilliant action scenes in it, where Superior has to fight his on-screen nemesis in real life. And yeah, I'm hoping, I don't know how they would do it, but I'm hoping that somehow they managed to do a Superior Volume 2, because I really enjoyed this comic. It was top notch. Absolutely brilliant. If you haven't got this yet, see if you can pick it up in trade, because it's going to be well worth it. Next, we have Amazing Spider-Man #678. And I've just been enjoying Spider-Man. I haven't enjoyed Spider-Man since Brand New Day, really. And this is just an absolutely fantastic read. I mean, Spider Island was brilliant. The Vulture story was okay. The two-parter that crossed over with Daredevil was really good. But this one, Spider-Man is on the clock to try and stop New York from being completely decimated, and he hasn't got a clue how to do it. And it is just typical Spider-Man, you know, the way you want Spider-Man to be, running around trying to save everybody before the clock runs out. A fantastic read. Next is Daredevil #8. Thank you. And I really can't say anything bad about this comic. Mark Waid is outdoing himself. I think Mark Waid is doing for Daredevil what he did with The Flash when he was writing on that. He's redefining the character. He's making the stories fun and exciting, and it is just I just cannot wait for the next issue to come out with Daredevil. And there's not many comics that are out there at the moment that I can actually say I wish this was a bi-monthly comic, a fortnightly comic, you know, because it's just such a good read, and it's just a brilliant, well put together. The artwork's fantastic in it. It all goes together. It fits like Lego. Fantastic. And this one is going to confuse the hell out of some people, I think. This is Moon Knight #9. This was absolutely brilliant. How many comics do you get where you have Captain America, Spider-Man, and Wolverine fighting at the same time in one person, which is Moon Knight. Now, I know what you're saying. Moon Knight, why is he number one this week? Because it is a fantastic comic. You're not quite sure whether the character's a schizophrenic or not. He seems to have the same mimicking abilities as Taskmaster, and it's brilliant. He's got Wolverine's claws, Spider-Man's webbing, Captain America's old energy shield, and absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Can't fault it. Right. That's it. That's the top 10 for this week. And here comes a list of comics that, if you've got some spare cash, definitely well worth looking at. With any luck, I won't have this bunged up nose next week. I ain't got a clue where it come from, but there you go. And yeah, just make sure that the comics you get are the ones you enjoy reading. And thanks for watching. I hope to see you soon. Take care and ta-ta for now.